Tonight, from State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's a special prime time. The Arizona Cardinals taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and we finally made it, partner, through the winter, through the spring. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. All the defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect that.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Arizona Cardinals offense coming out here for the first time, and you get a peek at Kyler Murray, the dangerous offensive weapon now in his third season in the National Football League. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Here's Johnson going to get the handoff. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. A handoff to Johnson on the option. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2nd and 8. Murray going to throw. Screen play, Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They get 6, that'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Murray now to throw. And a reception made over the middle. This is Bolden. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Now Murray again. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On second down, it's Johnson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. 1 play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But there's still a...
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
They'll run on first down. Johnson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete.
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense humming here in the early going.
counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. On the option, they go with Johnson. The nice footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Murray now. Decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's Romo. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
They fake the give to Elliott. Now Romo. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 34. The give to Elliott. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Elliott. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a play fake, and it's Romo. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Romo. And Bryant He's got it. Touchdown, Cowboys. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point up and good by Bailey, and the lead is down to a field goal. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the...
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Murray, and Bolden brings it in, complete. (10-7) our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He'll get this to Connor underneath. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
First carry for James Conner.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On first down, Wells. Now somehow he was able to sidestep that first tackler, but still hit and taken down behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Back to throw, Leinart. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. Now it's 2nd and 9. Throwing. Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Able to avoid him. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. An option handoff given to Connor. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. On 1st and 10, Leinart. He finds his man, complete. It's Pope. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now a 1st down throw, Leinart. He will go down. A Cowboys sack. Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground. Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? We're usually talking about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
Now it's Leinart. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Here's Leinart. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver, and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times.
Looking for Austin, intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's only had a couple of carries. I mean, when you've got a horse like this, second quarter, got to start to ride that horse a little more, don't you?
You can't just neglect him. He's got to touch it, and often, in order to get maximum out of him. Typically, these types of backs, it's the accumulation of carries, and that's when you see the damage as the game goes on.
Yeah, let's see. They're going to try to get him into the flow, we would assume here. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Leonard. He finds his man, complete. That's Wells. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Leonard now to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Pope. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. They'll try the left side. It's Wells. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. But it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Cliff Kingsbury, part of that new breed of head coaches, and his guys are going to go for it. They'll try and run for it. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And his kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Now Dak Prescott and the offense heading back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to bounce.
This is intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going. But we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. So those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. Now Leonard. And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Cards are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Extra point forthcoming. And the lead is now 13. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And the Cowboys going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his throw is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Second and 10. Now Prescott. This will be dumped off to Barber. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. 3rd and short yardage, Prescott. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. Remember, the preseason has shrunk from 4 games down to 3. So just 2 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, most of the starters have made their cameo and departed, but plenty of youngsters out there with a lot to gain or lose. As we get you right
at the half, as this will be a touchback. And the Cowboys defense, they march back out onto the field. And we watch now how effective they've been, how disruptive they've been in the backfield.
And what's been so difficult for the offense is that you know that they spent all week rehearsing these things, working on blitz pickups, protections, knowing where the pressure is likely to come from. They've read the scouting reports. They've watched the tape. But sometimes, under pressure, that coordination breaks down, and I think that's what we're seeing here.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off near the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. 1 play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and get the running game going here with Murray. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Murray. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Austin's got it left side. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On first down, Murray. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They go with Murray again. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. On play action, Prescott. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And the Cardinals are going to have it here at their own 15. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Leinart. And this is Floyd, complete. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll run on 1st down. Wells, not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 2nd down, here's Leinart. He finds his man, complete. It's Pope. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
To throw on 2nd down, Leinart. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Wells. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage. But it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force. And they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. On 1st down, it's Leinart. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Connor. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Second and 1. And this will be swung out here for Connor. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Wells. And this time he is in. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. So it was the passing game that got him
into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Cliff Kingsbury going to decide here to leave the offense out and go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the 2-point try.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now a 2nd down run for Murray. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy pack.
1st down conversion. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 41. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On 1st down, Murray. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Prescott setting up the screen here. It's Barber. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Cards are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Wells, and just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. The Cardinals on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll try the left side. Wells. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, look at the juke. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And certainly this, not the performance that they were hoping for to begin the exhibition season, but still plenty to watch for in this 4th quarter. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Prescott looks to throw on first. Eluding the pressure right. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Off the play fake, Prescott. He's going to sling this deep downfield.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
3rd and 1. Here's Prescott going with a screen for Murray. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
We're always talking about the athleticism we see from these guys on the field. How about the intelligence as well? He recognized that there was a screen pass on that one, broke off his pass rush, and got back to tackle the running back. That's great scouting and great reaction.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Well, the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
2nd and 9. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down. But if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. Able to break the tackle, but then quickly brought down just outside of the 5. Here's a 2nd and 7 now from their own 7. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Flush to his right. Still churning. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that, a potential lifeline offensively. It gets them out of harm's way deep in their own end.
You nailed that one perfectly, because those are the kind of mistakes that give defense coordinators fits. They make a good play, and they let them off the hook.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. And my goodness, another interception. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Back to throw here. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the...
And now here is another interception. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cardinals are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. It's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter. But 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.